I'm Brandon Turner. These are my Indys. I ride the 144 standards, normal kingpin, no hollow tip. Don't switch out my bushings. Ride Indy bushings because they turn the best, they ride the best. My board's a Skate Mafia 825, my pro model. Fits good with the wheelbase. Wheels, size 52. Been rocking with 52s for a minute. As far as my bearings, I ride Bronson. I ride loose trucks because I feel like I got more control, land on tricks, more sketch, and have a better chance of rolling away. Just because the longer you skate, the more you have control. When I was younger, I used to ride tight trucks. I couldn't really stand on the board, and now I got more control, so. When I set up a new board, it's perfectly to my settings. That's why I started riding Indys in the first place too, is because I remember 12 years ago or something, I put a set on and they were perfect. I didn't have to tighten them, I didn't have to loosen them, they're just ready to go. I don't use risers ever, but it doesn't matter. A little wheel bite doesn't hurt anyone. I think it's part of the game. When I was growing up, trucks were like a big deal to me because you break a kingpin and you'd have to go to the shop and get a new kingpin or find another truck, and I'd have mismatched trucks and everything, but I've never broken a kingpin with Indys. That's another reason why I decided to rock with these for life and say fuck the rest. The best trucks in the world, like, period. But everybody knows that. But these trucks, I don't really have no worries. If something happens, it's my fault. The trucks never fail at all. Plus, they just look beautiful. I've had a problem like back in the day, like the board leaning to one side and you always have to like do this or that or like switch your trucks around, and I've never had that problem. They always just stay even, and that was the huge thing with me, with the deciding factor with rocking with these. Your trucks are everything when it comes to a board, so you gotta really analyze everything from the kingpin to the way they grind to if they lean to one side or not, if they're gonna stay on your board, and if they're gonna break. So the most solid ever. I feel safe. I had a problem when I first went to Wallenberg and I had a brand new complete, but that had nothing to do with the trucks. That had to do with the brand new wheels, the brand new board. I had a whole Christmas setup because I forgot my board, but last time I went there, my trucks were perfect. I didn't have to do anything. Rolling in on the roll-in, it was all good. Trucks definitely always have me with my swift rollaway. Beat out all as far as agility, not breaking, lasting forever. If I could, I'd ride them all the way down to the bone. I usually just end up giving away my board, just gotta support the youth. As far as that, I think they'd last forever. Some people worry about the axle and, you know, have different preferences with that, but me, just standard all the way. This is what helps me land my tricks. No introduction needed. I got my boy, ODS, aka Peter Smolik, Chop. More than 3 decades. You know, this is my mentor. He's taught me everything I know, basically, so he's another reason why I rock with Indys.
Back in the voice days, Brandon had just turned like 11 years old. We took him to City College and it was the 12 set. Sized it up, kickflipped it first try. Due to his height, it was like a 22 stair. Like straight up. I could replay that shit in my head till I die and shit, you know what I mean? Like that shit was fucking G.
Good looking, man.
Oh, yeah.
So many things, like, you know the rail that Jamie Thomas 5-0'd, that guardrail into that bank? He kickflipped into that when I was in 8th grade. For one, the guardrail was like this high and he kickflipped in and like there's just all these cracks and the bank was so rough. We used to always go over his crib. He used to have just like footy and he kickflipped over that. That stuck out to me the craziest. And oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, just put a fence in front of that motherfucker now. I got kickflip judos unlocked. Kickflip melons, that's on Brandon and shit.
I learned it with him. He actually taught me how to do it. It was in a tennis court and it was off a launch ramp over a trash can and he was doing them and then he taught me how to do them. I got all my tricks from him, influenced by Kareem of course, but even switch hard flips from him. And you know, he used to make me do tricks 3-5 times in a row, down stuff. One time wasn't good enough. He would have left me at the spot.
Exactly. You skating home. We left him in the parking lot before. We're like, you ain't getting in the car.
All day.
Shit, back then, we were like the only fucking skaters pretty much growing up in Claremont, you know, like there's cliques and shit around, you know, like community cliques and shit like that, but nobody had a fucking car pretty much. We had one homie with a car, and we just skate to all the other spots and shit, and fucking, that's some OG shit and shit. All right, so Brandon used to penis push and shit, right? Pee-pee push. And fucking, I was like, yo, homie, like, you can't kick it you can't come skate with us and you keep fucking like pushing like that all over fucking Claremont, homie. You look like a fool and shit. I mean, you're hurting our steam and shit over here. You know what I'm saying? Fuck, dude. He'd be skating behind me and shit, and I'd be like, homie, I'm like, what are you doing, dude? Like, why you following me and shit? Why the fuck are you pushing like that? Why you following me and shit? Yeah. Yo, straight up, like fucking full-blown asshole mode and shit, but I mean, like, it's all for the good and shit, you know what I mean? Like, he ends up, like, learning how to fucking, you know, like, push like a man and shit, you know what I mean? Like, grew some fucking hair on his fucking sack and shit, you know what I'm saying? And then it came to switch pee-pee pushing and shit, homie. I was on some shit, what the fuck are you doing, dude, homie? Here we go again. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck. So I'd be like, yo, I was like, you can't fucking skate with us and shit unless you fucking learn how to push like a man switch and shit, you know what I mean? Like, so he'd be like, follow me around and shit, fucking all slow as fuck, dude, like falling off his board and shit, trying to fucking learn how to push switch and shit. And then I'd have to drill his ass, like, yo, why the fuck? He like come up to approach the fucking obstacle and shit, and I'd like jump in front of the fucking obstacle and what the fuck are you doing, man? I was like, why the fuck are you pushing like that, dude? You can't fucking do that, yo. Fucking straight up, dude, shut down the fucking whole session shit just because he's fucking switch pee-pee pushing up to that shit. You know what I'm saying? Claremont etiquette and shit. Don't do that shit around here, homie. You get booted, homie, straight up.
Yeah, I was intimidated by Mr. Smolik over here because, you know, I was in middle school and he was a senior in high school already, and he was the one picking me up and responsible for me being able to get to these sessions. So it was just like, of course I was intimidated. Like, he like roughed me up, and nowadays you can't do that. So, you know, it was a time. I've been slapped up a few times. Now you can't do that. So I feel bad for all the kids nowadays who never got a proper ass whooping, because maybe you might need it.
Hey, remember that one day fucking we was wearing the same exact shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, the same exact outfit, dude. Like fucking, he comes from junior high down the street and shit. I'm coming out of fucking high school and shit. And we're wearing the same exact fucking clothing and shit, dude. Like, it was crazy.
Yeah. Cause my boy, like one day we just like had the same exact gear on. It was wild.
From shoes, pants to fucking shirt, dude. Like,
yeah.
fucking.
And I thought I was gonna get beat up because he's like, what the fuck are you doing? And I was like, I just got dressed. He's like, nah, change that shit right now. Yeah, dude. Love you though, brother. Thank you for everything.
Hey,
no more questions. Oh, I forgot to say, ride the best, fuck the rest, all day long. And I mean that with all integrity. with no competition.